Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Bodacious Rant with Burn and Rye. Oh man, if you haven't checked it out already, we did review A24's Bring Her Back, which is the latest horror movie from that studio. So check it out, spoiler free. And this is gonna be another review coming at you, spoiler free review. I'm sorry, and that is Karate Kid Legends, starring Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio, Ben Wong, Ming Na Wen, and a couple other people I don't know about. Anyways, this is also, like I said, spoiler free. So if you did like our video, you like the movie as well, feel free to give us that thumbs up, ring the bell for notifications, and of course subscribe. Appreciate you all for tuning in and watching us and just contributing to it. So, Karate Kid, like the first one, and then the one with Jackie Chan and Will Smith's child. Jaden Smith.
Jaden, yeah.
Yeah. This kind of repeats that same storyline. Some kid moves, a son of a single parent moves to a different country, essentially this time back to the U.S. in New York specifically, and he's a struggling kid. He knows kung fu. His mom is against it, but due to circumstances, meeting new people and new enemies along the lines, he has to not only master his kung fu, he also has to learn karate. And that's when Ralph Macchio comes in. I had high hopes for this movie just because Cobra Kai, I'm not quite finished yet. I'm on the last few episodes of that show on Netflix, which it's funny how that started out as like YouTube trying to do their own series and then just got to Netflix, and that's when it's like Power Rangers for teenagers, but no morphing or anything. That's how I would equate it. So I had high hopes for it, just kind of seeing Cobra Kai expand on the whole Karate Kid mythology, because the only movie I've really seen is the first one. I don't remember it. I remember there were 3 other ones, and then there's a Hilary Swank one, which I used to be on Disney Channel all the time, so I would watch that one. I did enjoy Jackie Chan's. This one, being legends with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio, it was very disappointing, to be honest. While it did have some great moments, overall I think the plot suffered. Like, the quality was great, like the cinematography, the visuals were all solid, and the actors were great, but the story just was very just almost borderline lazy or very confusing. Like, they didn't know what to lean into. So yeah, it was just okay. Bern, what did you think about this one though?
Yeah, this one was kind of all over the place for me, where there were elements that I really enjoyed, and then there were other elements that kind of drug the movie down. And it's like you said, it feels like the movie didn't sort of know where it wanted to go. And I feel like it should have like really just focused on what it did in the first half, which was, the like you mentioned, the kid Ben Wong, moving to a different place, and meeting these new people and being in a new environment. All that stuff really worked for me, and there's a fun, different like sort of spin on the Karate Kid genre, I guess we can call it at this point, since there's been so many of them and a TV series. That was really intriguing and interesting. I think it was his chemistry with the girl played by Sadie Stanley. Sorry about that. I feel like they were both really fun, really dynamic. A lot of their scenes together were really good. And with Joshua Jackson playing her dad, I thought all that stuff really worked for me. It's all the stuff that happens later on that felt like it's such a disservice to the movie we had gotten up to that point, where it feels like they were just trying to go paint by numbers in the final effort of it. Like, it didn't really earn that sense. Like I was telling you in our private conversations, how like people love a good training arc and people love a good tournament arc, specifically with these movies. That's kind of like the formula that we get, where we get a fun sort of, the character fighting through their personal issues and then getting to the big fights at the end. And here it just sort of jumbles that somehow. I don't really know where they went wrong with that. And it feels like the inclusion of Jackie Chan and of Ralph Macchio feel sort of secondary and sort of almost like just added in at the end, where they just wanted to fit something to like tie it into all the other things, and it didn't really work. And I wish it did, because those are fun characters, and these characters are interesting in their own part, and putting them together would have been really cool. But the way that they sort of executed on it all just sort of left me wanting more by the end of it. And it feels like this movie only being just like an hour and a half, feel like it left no breathing room for any sort of drama or meaningful character interactions. It just sort of sped run to the whole Karate Kid of it all, and it just sort of stumbled along the way there, and that was kind of unfortunate because, like you, I was kind of looking forward to seeing Karate Kid on the big screen again after seeing the series Cobra Kai after the last few years, and I still had need to catch up with that too. But yeah, this just kind of felt like an odd entry into the series, considering it's called Legends and has all these characters, and it just really does nothing with them.
Yeah, it almost feels like it was borderline done just as like a marketing kind of thing, just because Cobra Kai just finished this year, so it's it just felt like a little hollow in some places. Again, there were some great scenes, some great character moments, like you said, with Josh Jackson, Sadie Stanley, Ming Na, Ben Wong. Ben Wong, this is definitely his movie. He stands out really well. Would love to see him in more stuff. I would definitely like if he was around like more consistent acting when Shang-Chi come out, he would have been perfect for like a younger version of that. Um, but yeah, like it shoehorned Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio in there, which was like, what was the point when they've been like the biggest parts of this show, along like the whole franchise, along with I think David Zapka is his name. I forget the other guy that plays the leader of Cobra Kai. So but I would like last thing I guess it's like they tried to do like first half of the movie was almost like a different plot, and then the last half was like going along the lines of traditional. It's like leaned into one or the other, like mixing both, especially how they did it felt very clunky and just very the emotional beats didn't land because the story they didn't know what to do with it. So with all that being said, while it is basically a polished movie that definitely is it's all superficial, nothing really substance. I would still give it a 3 out of 5. I think it was a lot of fun. A lot of people in the theater really enjoyed it. There are people like really getting excited, especially when the fight scenes came out and stuff, and a lot of chuckles. So I think this movie will probably work for most people. But if you're a fan of the franchise, Cobra Kai, or maybe you just want to see like a good story, you're probably going to be disappointed by this one. So I would still recommend it, but more of like $5 Tuesday or like, whenever it's a cheap day at the theaters.
Yeah, this is a movie that you're gonna go watch, and you're gonna have a fun time watching it. Like you in my theater, people seem to really be enjoying it in the moment, and I think in that aspect, it is fun, it is entertaining, it does hit those beats for sure. It just yeah, I wish the connective tissue and all the stuff outside of the big fight moments, I wish just that landed a little bit more with me, and it felt like it wasn't like scatterbrained and all over the place. But if you are looking for something breezy, a summer popcorn movie, you can do a lot worse than this. You're gonna watch this movie, you're gonna leave it having had a good time. Unlike Bring Her Back for other reasons, but if you're looking for something a little bit more on the fun side, this one's definitely it. I just wanted a little bit more from it, considering everything we've gotten up to this point. But yeah, so this one's going to be a 2 out of 5 for me. A fun watch, but one that I wish could have done a little bit more.
100%. It definitely, at least the plot should have been definitely tuned up. So yeah, 3 out of 5 for me, 2 out of 5 for Burn. For those of you who did happen to watch it, let us know what you guys thought of it. We'd love to get your thoughts and keep the conversation going as always. Until next time, we got the new Predator movie coming out on Hulu. We also have another John Wick film, aka The Ballerina, coming out this week. So we're definitely going to get to those. Keep an eye out for those reviews. And of course, stay bodacious and keep on ranting for us.
Absolutely, everybody. Be good, be safe, and as always, we will catch you all on the next one.